Alright folks, I have something to confess. This specifically isn't the second most popular strategy that people use. In fact, this is just one variant of it. So yes, today we're doing another one of those. Here's the strategy that top players use challenges, technically, sort of thing. And I'm only using Quincy because I'm trying to up his hero XP, not because Quincy is the best hero to go with this. The best hero to go with this is of course Obin, but to be honest, heroes doesn't really matter in this challenge. So the strategy we're going to go for is farm, tack, and sub. Now here's the thing, sub can be replaced with either wizards or ice, depending on the map rotation. For example, in my end, I do believe the better option would have been wizard. But given that I don't have my wizard or ice isn't that upgraded yet, and there's water in every map, I do believe that well, for all-rounders, a sub would be good enough. Not saying that you can win every single match with it, but you should be able to get pretty far in this strategy. So let's just jump in and see how this works. We're going to do the exact same thing as before. We're going to start. No, sorry, we're not going to do the exact same thing. We're going to start by setting red bloons, and just like Leo fashion strategy of yours, we're going to get a 200 tag first. Depending on the map, you want to place it in well, somewhere with a corner. And then once you get a 200 tag, you can go ahead and get a 230 tag shooter. Now keep in mind, you will probably lose lives if you're unlucky like me right now. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal if you lose lives. At most you just lose first blood, but honestly it doesn't really matter, does it? So now we can safely buy the blade shooter and have a stable income. And in round 3 we're going to start sending group blues right now, and just want to know that my opponent is probably using the NG Heli strategy, but we're going to use a second type of farm. We're going to use a banana farm. We're not going to go with Heli farming, but before we even get the farm, let's place down our Quincy. Now depending on the hero you go for, if you go for Quincy or Obin, I seriously doubt you use Gwen. Then you should place your Quincy early on. But if you're going with a hero like Churchill, you should probably wait out until after you get your 2 farms first, your 200 farms, but that will come later. First, let's just wait until you get 400 in eco, which we do have right now, and then we're going to start farming. Now for farms, it doesn't really matter where we place it, but for now, let's just place it at a corner far away where such that we can still place most of our towers over there. And we're going to get 200 farms first, and we're not going to upgrade the farms or really anything else unless our opponent decides to be, well, I'm not going to swear here, but if my opponent wants to try and kill me, then let him have it. Okay, so now that we have 200 farms here, we're going to upgrade one of them to 203. Once we do that, we're going to upgrade the other farm to a 203. Now, if you're constantly leaking lives, and this is important because I forget this as well, and it causes me to lose some games, then you want to get either a second tag shooter or a 023 sub. Sorry, a 002 sub actually works just fine. Depending on what your problem really is for that, as in what you're trying to deal with. And don't forget, the most important thing you have to deal with is round 11 onwards, because at round 11 your opponent can either send group purples or group zebras, and you might be dead if you're not careful. And at round 12 there is camo balloons. Your opponents can start sending out camo balloons, so beware of camo purple rushes and especially camo zebras, because trust me, you do not want to deal with that, just as I did. Okay, now that we've gotten 2 farms, and yes, my opponent is still stupidly going for the engineer farm, despite the fact that, you know, we have this set up. Yeah, now it's time for us to start worrying a little bit, so let's fast forward a little bit. First things first, we need to get a sub. We need to get 420 sub. We need a 420 sub because so that it can pop camo lens. But You have to remember that 420 isn't enough to pop camo purple, so you have to watch out. And yeah, I like how he boosted it, but just keep in mind, if he sends camo purples, you want to immediately upgrade to Blade Maelstrom by selling one of your farms and immediately upgrading to that. You don't have to worry about cooldown because there's no cooldown for Blade Maelstrom in this game. But you have to act really quickly, so if you're playing on mobile, good luck with that. If you're playing on PC, then well, you should be able to mitigate it quite quickly. You don't have to worry about group yellows because your sub can easily take care of that. What you have to start worrying about is for example, group purples, or honestly anything group purples onwards, because your sub cannot handle that. In the meantime, while we're watching our opponent struggle with some leads, let's look at our farming strategy. Once you get 3 of these farms and you have 35 and you have 3.5k in cash, sell these farms so that you can afford the 204 central market, and then do the same thing. And well, it's just honestly just a rinse and repeat of this thing. Get a bunch of get 3 203 farms. Once you have the 3.5k in cash, sell 2 of them and upgrade one of those 203 into a 204, and that should be a farming strategy for the rest of the game. Or well, if you want to wait until you can have enough money to afford a central market without selling it, you should wait until at least the mid/late end of the game in order to you know, wait until you get enough money to be able to do such things. Now it's round 17, which means that we can send our opponent Moabs, or our opponent can send Moabs at us anytime. Now the easiest defense against Moab is of course the 204 overdrive, so just keep that in mind. If you want to sell your farms at any time to upgrade to that, then by all means go ahead, but in the meantime we're going to continue farming because I think our opponent can handle it for now. What he cannot handle is group Moab. So when round 19 comes, assuming he doesn't send me anything, I'm just going to just spam him group Moabs, and that should kill him pretty easily, I believe. And we should have enough cash, by the way, to send him at least, I think, 6 group Moabs by round 19. Let's give that a shot. We don't even need to set them to 45. Regular Moabs will do the trick. Alright, round 19, let's give him DLs by spamming him with quite a lot of Moabs actually. And let's see what he does. Okay, he got a Dark Knight, but the question is whether it's enough. It may be enough actually, but judging by how things are going, it's not enough. So let's bloom boost here and pray that the lead kind of hinders his progress, and he should be dead. I mean, he still have 2 mods left to defeat, so I'm not sure why he isn't dead yet. Bloody hell, a whole mod just digged, and you're telling me that he seriously defended all of that? Okay, fine. Let's just assume that he did defend all of that. Okay, goddammit, we have a moab of our own to deal with, so let's get that overdrive I was talking about, and there we go. Problem solved. But now we're just going to set up for central market since it's already pretty late in the game. Or actually, we don't even need to save up for another farm. What we can do is just wait until we have enough money for fortified fortified 0 MG, and that should take him out rather easily, I believe. There we go. We have enough money to kill him with fortified 0 MG. So let's sell these 2 farms, get ourselves a central market, and let's continue farming, assuming that nothing happened. And there we go, my opponent is starting to boost, which means that he is sort of in trouble. Now of course I could follow up with a second 0 MG, but I don't think that's worth it. He should die to it, just saying. Wait, when the 0 MG still exists halfway through the map, but given that he has already popped it, there's a 50-50 chance that he might defeat the entire fortified 0 MG, in which case kudos to him. I actually have no idea how he accomplishes that. And wow, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, god dang. My opponent just died to camo purples, which, you know what? Should have thought about that earlier. That he couldn't dealt with the camo purple balloons. But either way, it's a win for us. He would have died to the 0 MG either way. So I'll just let him take the L and move on. And we can double our XP. Fantastic. Alright, now that we got the basics down, let's try this out on dogs. It should be a pretty alright map to try this strategy on. We have enough space for farms, and by the way, if you find yourself in a map with not enough space for farms, for example, plutonium mines, which yeah, surprisingly there isn't enough space, then yeah, do skip the map. So normally for dogs, I always like to place my tack shooter at the bottom right corner of here, because that way most of its plays will be useful and it can pop some of the balloons that the opponents are sending towards me. Also, I don't know why I gone for 202. I made that mistake sometimes, but if you want to play a perfect game, then don't go for that, because every cent wasted is something that your opponent can take advantage of. Now, once my opponent starts sending black balloons, we might have a small problem as to dealing with these balloons, in which case we might want to get a 203 tack shooter if it's overwhelming for us and we are losing way too many lives constantly. So my opponent's weakness is, let me guess, camo purples. Well, I don't even think we need to send camo purples at him anymore, given that he has shimmer. Well, but I suppose it's time to send regular purples at him. What do you guys think, eh? Let's see how he does against regular purples and see how he likes it. And he's boosting, which means he's gonna die, so let's just counter boost at him so that he will die faster. Adios, it's been fun playing with you, but I really need to play against some more competent people. Well, there are 3 upgrades you can go for. Well, two out of 3 actually we can go for. They can go for Attack Zone, a Super Maelstrom, or the Deadly Infernal Way. Yeah, no, I'm going to save up my XP for the Infernal Wing because it's it's only going to be useful in the late game, isn't it? Right, let's give this a shot on Castle Ruins. Can the tack shooter catch those 2 leaking red balloons? Of course not. But okay, well, if I place it slightly higher, it could have caught it. But either way, it's only 2 lives. It's not that big of a deal, is it? Oh, my opponent went for dartling farm strategy, which is, I believe, is still a valid strategy, but it's certainly not one of those strategies that people will use in Hall of Masters. And besides, double equaling this early in the game, I think is quite dangerous. So let's just wait and see who has the equal advantage later on. Oh no, pink balloons! Wow, I'm so scared of pink balloons. Someone help me. Also, why did I not stop equaling? Oh no, plot twist, I have a farm too, opponent. Do you expect me to have a farm? Are you shocked? And why are you still equaling despite the fact that you have a farm? Seriously, opponent, what exactly is your end goal here? No, black balloons, my tack shooter is so scared of it. I wonder how we're going to deal with those balloons. Okay, yeah, maybe I should be slightly concerned about them, but we're not leaking too many lives for me to be that concerned about it, to be honest. So, I'm just going to hope that we can tank some of these lives and my opponent is going to die via his really dumb farming strategy. Yeah, probably banking way too much here, am I? You know what, let's just do a boost here just so that we don't die instantly. Might as well use Quincy's ability since we have it, just so that we don't leak too many lives before we get our our marketplace. And then now we can go ahead and save up for the sub. Now I'm pretty sure you can place 4 subs in this small pool here, but whenever I try playing on this map, I've only managed to place 3 subs here, which is strange. So if anyone has any idea as to whether it's even possible to place 4 subs in the first place, do let me know. I really want to know as well. But either way, now we have our plutonium reactor, which means we don't have to worry about balloons leaking anymore. But we only hit dust thanks to the lids, so you're welcome, opponent. Now let's see if my opponent's reaction time is fast enough. Okay, now I was going to rush him with purples, but he has all the money he needs. So with that, let's continue farming and pretend that I didn't try to kill my opponent. Also, fun fact, I learned that 203 farms and 204 farms, they for some reason produce more money than 023 and 024 farms. I have no idea why Ninja Key made that decision, but you know what, it makes it easier on us banana farm users, so thank you, I suppose. Okay, well, I'm going to derail my opponent's plan by sending him 1 moab, or 2 since I can afford it. But the entire point of this is just to force him to buy some upgrades since he has ninjas here. So let's see if he can even survive this onslaught, which I'm pretty sure he can. honestly, but yeah, he's not overreacting, which is sad. So you know what? Let's boost at him. Let's make it a bit scarier for him, shall we? And he's only leaking like he only leaked 50 lives so far. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ! And now he's dead because he didn't want to sell his farms. Fantastic. And that, my friends, is why you have to be vigilant at all times. If you have to sell your farms, just sell your farms. The farms are there so that you can sell them at any time and you still get more money than if you didn't use your farms in the first place. But in any case, that is the gist of how to use this farm strategy. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video.